Let's continue building our program and make the getDateTime function. So let's go ahead and do our getDateTime function. We're going to want to use the def keyword, function name, and then let's kind of look at what the function should do. So I have previously loaded a version of the getDateTime function, and so let's see what we need to build here by running it. So I'm going to call the getDateTime function. And so it's going to ask you to enter the date for the event. So we can go ahead and do that. And then what time is it at? We can do 3 p.m. And then we see it returns a string, which is the date, and then the word at, and then the time. So let's go ahead and build that function now. So we know we need to get two inputs, the date and the time, and then we need to concatenate those and return it. So it's very similar to our getName function. So let's go ahead and do that, our date. We'll ask when they want what day they want their event. And then we can put in our time. Let's go ahead and ask them let's go into the quotations here. And then we'll concatenate those two. So let's just go ahead this time and not create a variable with the concatenation. Let's just return that. So we use the keyword return, and then that's going to return to this function call whatever we put in here. So we want to put in the date, and then we want to add in a space after the date, and then the word at, and then another space. So we see right here, you got to remember your spaces. With this formatting, we're going to add that string right there in, and then we'll add the time in, and then we'll run that. And now I've had a previous version of the getDateTime in memory, but this one has replaced it by running it. So whenever you run a definition of a function, that is going to become the current definition for that function. So let's go ahead and test that one. And they say, what day is the event? And I can go ahead and put that in again. And then they can ask what time the event is. So let's go ahead and enter our time. And enter that, and then we see our return value is the formatted string. Now I could add that into a date-time variable like this, and save that, and then use that later in the function. We'll see how we do that when we start building our larger function.